the game situation that you're in to comment on that.
And I can
It is
use. I can
concerning that you
take.
just lost an alliance, though. Like that's, I mean, it's whatever. You're ahead enough that you can weather it. But oh, on mobile they really stack that stuff in a weird way. Like look where they put research station.
Man, do I want to do research station here? No. I'm thinking about the spy. Like, if I either go
Ooh,
hold space to
dude,
secrets
what
or
the
I take
hell
the
is this
spice.
Imperium row in my game, bro? Space travel, guild administrator, spice smugglers, assassination mission. They really want me to
Oh,
play guild cards. Like, I don't even know what to pick. I'm gonna pick Baron because he's good, and I think he's fun. So there, I'm gonna play Baron. I'm gonna also let you go too because I'm gonna start recording.
okay.
But I hope you win. All right, Ginger, be gone. My loyal fans can rejoice. Although the last video featured Ginger, even though it didn't feature Ginger. This is such a weird Imperium row. It's like so guild heavy. The techs are nothing to write home about. Invasion ships is pretty good for me if I can get it, just because of the way that the guild works. The rest of it's whatever. Shimerki is a tech that I like, but it's a little expensive, and you don't... Like, it's hard to find time for it. Yuna in position 4 is pretty weird. I don't like her in position 4. Yeah, you can Wolf Mintat, and you can profit 1 Solari by it, but it's not like a good use of the leader. The leader kind of starts in the hole, and she has to climb out. Like, what happens if wealth gets taken? Because you're not guaranteed to get wealth in position 4. Well, we definitely do guild, don't we? As for the other one, well, Freeman is the most obvious. And I don't see a reason to go against it, I hate to say. We do draw faction, which means we're very likely to get one of our 2 factions we want off. Preference would be Fold Space here, but I won't say no to Hardy, especially with a shipping bump on it. Signet Ring is interesting. It makes smuggling really good. It makes smuggling like worth it over going to faction potentially, because for all I know, Yuna's gonna go. Well, if it's available, we take it to block Yuna. And also just to buy an intrigue card, right? And hey, who knows? Maybe Hardy Warriors is still available. This hand is actually pretty loaded. Okay, that's not very good, but getting it early lets us play around it, at least. I think this guy might not be playing. It'd be unfortunate, given that my last video featured a guy that wasn't playing. I try to upload competitive 4-player games if I can. It's not worth, like... Even with this card, it's not worth getting High Council ahead of Swordmaster unless you either get frozen out of Swordmaster priority or there's like a good card. You still want Swordmaster first, I think. Although if this lets you conspire, then like you get Swordmaster 1 round late, it's probably fine. I don't know. This row is nothing special, and Armand didn't get picked, so it's not going to churn that quickly either. We want Hardy Warriors here. If we don't get Hardy Warriors, how do we feel about tech negotiation? Well, the cards aren't any good, so there's no reason for it. But yeah, she's having to think hard, because, like, Unit 4 sucks. Like, she doesn't get smuggling. She doesn't get wealth. She's just kind of out of options. Yeah. Next priority would be, like, a city, but we can't do that. Okay, that's a bit odd. Dreadnought round 1 is very interesting from Beast. Unconventional, for sure. Mimic Film is good, even with a bad row like this. And the row's not that awful. Like, double administrators is not bad, especially if we pick up the assassination mission or something like that. That's kind of be a funny use of five persuasion, right? Double guild administrator assassination mission. He goes Imperial Basin, so we actually do get the Hardy Warriors off. Surprisingly. He only puts 2 troops in, so yeah, I mean, Yuna could hypothetically block us from winning the combat by going to a city. And if she goes to a city, then if she has 2 daggers, she can beat us. I'm just not too worried about it, to be honest. Now, we're not going to get fold space next round. That's going to be reserved for Memnon, but that's okay. We have a shipping bump, and maybe 2. If we tie for second, if Yuna puts troops in, we get 2 spice. That's enough to get the Mnemic film, which would be nice. I think she's going to put 2 troops in just because I'm Baron and she doesn't want me to get it. It depends on what her intrigue card is, but her intrigue card does make her more likely to be able to win the combat. So it's not a sure thing. So she put 2 troops in, so she's probably got the combat. She's not going to only have 1 dagger. Certainly. Which sucks, but hey, 2 spice is still pretty good. Like, a Mnemic film or an invasion ships are very solid. There's our best card available for sure. I mean, I like the Administrator. It's a good Baron card, but G Manipulation is better here for sure. So let's get G Manipulation. Row is starting to become good again. Yeah, she had double daggers. Okay. A little bit unfortunate, but hey, we got Master Stroke off, so I'm not complaining. Is 4 troops for 2 spice not like is that a good trade? Not really, but it's fine. Yuna does eventually get her shipping bump. We can ship 2. Double shipping for us is not as good because we spent our Solari. We're not going to get a Swordmaster this round, but still is a good place to be. Suppose we could ship down, take a High Council seat, use our dispensation. That doesn't seem very good. We're Baron, so we could fool around with something like that, but I just don't think it makes any sense. Because, like, we don't player seek allies. It's just kind of awkward. And next turn, if we draw Diplomacy, we'll be able to get to Interstellar. Although, Memnon will block us on Interstellar pretty consistently. But that's why we have invasion ships, right? Or have a good shot at invasion ships. Block Yuna from smuggling. We don't block her from wealth, though. But she actually goes still suits. Instead... Now, Beast is probably just going to win this combat. He's got a Dreadnought and Artillery already. So, that's pretty cool. So, would we rather play the Seek Allies or get the Mnemic Film? Doesn't put a troop in. What does Seek Allies do here? Probably takes us to wealth. That way we can get a Swordmaster next round. Mnemic Film, what does that do? That gives us the Firm Grip, assuming that someone else doesn't have enough persuasion for it, which isn't an assumption that I'm super comfortable in making. Well, let's look at Memnon's cards. So he has double Convincings in hand. So he guaranteed has 4. So we should forget about this Firm Grip. We're not getting it. It's not possible. So just take the wealth get Swordmaster round 3. Yeah. There's a chance we don't draw both yellow and green in the same hand, but the chance is not very high. And we can augment it with a Guild Administrator who goes to yellow. We have picked up some green, so picking up more yellow helps increase those odds. So yeah, I think Guild Administrator is the play. Even though the BG Sister is the better overall card, this is better for our situation. Although this does work better with G Manipulation. It leaves us with 3 yellow. 3 yellow with 4 plus 6, 11 cards. What are the odds of drawing a yellow? Let's do some calculations here. So population size is what? 11 or is it 12? 6 plus 4 plus 1, so it is 10. Sample size is 5. Successes in population, if we do not buy the yellow, is 3. We only need to draw one of them. 91% chance to draw yellow. So I think we're actually good to pick up the Truthsayer here. Oh, Web of Power, my baby. Okay, well, Truthsayer it is. She's green anyway, so that decreases our odds of... Oh, it's 11 cards. If the sample size goes up to 11, does that increase the odds that much? 87. We're going to get the green. It's almost impossible for us to not draw green. Web of Power goes to Yuna, unfortunately. Nothing to discard yet, but just a good card. Click Beast is going to win this without really trying. I think Yuna's probably going to use an intrigue card here, so maybe not. Criminally uncontested combat. No, he's just going to win it. We have the 2 cards. No worries there. So let's smuggle, recall. It would have been nice to get our ring, but no worries about it. Definitely take guild here. We're not going to be able to use that immediately, which means we probably won't be able to use it at all. But it's still useful. There's going to be rounds where Memnon's not going to be able to do it. And having the ability is going to be useful if we ever get the invasion ships. And we're going to draw our BG together, which is awesome, too. I doubt that this is the highest priority card in the row. We should consider the Guild Ambassador as a higher priority just because it's a point engine that we are already relatively well qualified for. But I think this will go faster. Probably neither of these will be available, if we're being honest. Beast has kind of a fearsome combat engine going, and we need to be a little careful of that. Going Swordmaster this early, I mean, it kind of implies wanting the game to go long, which obviously, you know, if Memnon get invasion ships here, that would not be great for me. Hollow projectors, which means he picked up the film. What's Memnon buying? Gives me more money. Not needed at the moment, but could be. Yeah, he takes the invasion ships. Smart play, keeps him away from me. Flagship. Okay. We'll get one faction after this. If we plan on picking up Brian, then we should probably go to Guild. It just kind of depends on what people buy. I think he'll be bought by that time. We'll reveal last here, so we can react to what's available. 2 Solari is pretty helpful because it puts us closer to this dispensation. Getting this on round 1 means that we will get to get it off this game, whereas with most of the games I draw this card, I never get to use it. Highliner from Yuna is kind of cool. It means that Beast isn't going to be able to snowball this one. Hopefully. I mean, honestly, he's got 2 more troops in garrison. He could win it just by going to, like, you know, Carthage, which is probably what he's going to do. And Yuna doesn't actually even put that much in, so I don't really know what she... I feel like she's trying to play, like, some sort of weird alt-Ariana strategy, but she's playing Yuna on it instead, so I don't really know what's going on here. The Legion is kind of crazy for Beast, because he's just going to completely have so many troops. But he's starting to garrison lock himself, at least. But the Legion unlocks your garrison, so it's kind of awkward. We don't know what the reveals are, is the problem. If we didn't go full space, what would we want, like wealth? Well, we don't get the option to full space. They have 0 water, so I feel like still suits would be the answer. We got a spice from 3rd, we would be able to get the Chimerki. I don't know that that's the best use of our spice, but it is something worth thinking about. Or the best use of our troops, I mean. What did we think about... I kind of just like getting the wealth. Just 1 Solari, and somebody's going to be cashing out. Won't be happening immediately, but it will happen. And, like, no one likes going to wealth, right? So, let's just get it out of the way. Although, Truthsayer does it, so maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should save that for next round. Yeah, let's go to Still Suits. Try to push that alliance. And since we're doing that, we'll deploy 1. It's fine. 1 troop for 1 spice is not an amazing deal, but I have a plan for it, so it's fine. 3 people revealing, the odds of both of these surviving are not good, but we could flip a lot of good BG cards, potentially. There was an argument there for early reveal for Guild Ambassador, but because we lost Fold Space here to Memnon, who still does have a connections bump, I think means that Guild Ambassador is a risky proposition. There is a small chance we don't draw one of our BG cards next hand, but it's not that hard to draw into it when you have Swordmaster. I would like him to hurry up. It says he's not online. There he is. Okay, so he takes the sister from us. This wouldn't be a terrible fallback either, to be honest. Okay, well, there's our goal. Too bad we didn't pick up the Mnemonic film, huh? Double cross. He's just going to take me out of the combat. Nope, he focuses on winning the combat. Presumably he takes the Guild Ambassador. Yeah. Which is threatening, even though he doesn't have any guild influence. Hello! Base department? Okay, so Memnon didn't get to use his firm grip, which is interesting. I guess I would have gone to wealth rather than taking my diplomacy to sold space, but he must have a plan. Spice smuggler, so he really doesn't want me to get that alliance, or he just really wants it for himself for whatever reason. Okay, negotiate withdraw is fine. It's a 2 persuasion card. It gets us towards the big BG heavy hitters here. Wonder if it would have been worth to put a second troop in. But Yuna's got 3 intrigue cards, so like, I don't know. I don't know that I want to put my neck out like that. We didn't know there was a Kwisatz, otherwise it would have been worth it for the water. So we want High Council as soon as possible. It's just that we don't have the money. And we're probably not going to get it, because I think first action Memnon goes Interstellar here. We have 5 persuasion. We have enough for selective breeding. Trash a dagger. There's like a lot of persuasion in this discard pile. Discard a dagger as well. I think we could get there. Baron Kwisatz isn't something I've tried before, but it would be a lot of fun. Beast has so many troops, he's probably going to get this combat, I think. He didn't win the last one, so he has his Dreadnought back. Or no, he did win the last one, I think. Yeah, he won the Desert Power. We should probably stop him from winning literally every combat. That would probably be a good idea. Does he have his ring? No. Looks like he's mostly out of gas. Beast really clogging up his garrison. Holy moly. What do we think about Interstellar for ourselves? Well, obviously it would be good. Signet Ring buys an intrigue card. If we went Interstellar, we could get the Spice, or we could get the Solari for High Council. But obviously, like, yeah, it's not going to be an option. Memnon probably didn't want to play his Fold Space in that way. Calls it for straight Solari. So now a visit to Wealth. Well, we can't afford Wealth, but a visit to Wealth would have given us High Council. So definitely we do this. We either get to play the G manipulation or we get a really good card. That's the way I see it. So we trash Dagger from discard. Then we discard Dagger and draw to 8. Beautiful. How early do we want to reveal for this? Well, nobody else has a Sword Master. If somebody goes for High Council, I think we just reveal this action. Beast has Mnemic Film, so we have to be careful about him. Especially if he takes any kind of action that might... If he goes for Sword Master, which I think is what he's going to do, he wouldn't go Sword Master then reveal. That would be very weird. So that'll give us an extra action that we can play. Probably in this case would be Signet Ring. If we take it to Airkeem, we're guaranteed to draw Persuasion, which is probably better than Tech Negotiation. Yuna doesn't have it. 3 cards, unless she has a Charisma, we're fine. And our fallback is Reverend Mother, which is really good. Invasion ships. Discarded Dagger. Infiltrate Sword Master. That's another person going Sword Master, so I don't feel particularly threatened on Kwisatz. So I think we go Arakeen. It's a little bit concerning what Beast could do. I mean, we're probably not going to win the combat. We could go Siege Tabor instead, but then we don't have 8, so that doesn't really work. So we have to Arakeen first. Either that or Tech Negotiation. I like Arakeen better. Let's buy another card. That's good, but what the game is telling us is you need a lot of Solari. So Wealth is going to be priority space for us. We don't want to put more than 2 troops in because of the existence of this Negotiate Withdraw. So I think we don't deploy at all. Because 2 troops on its own doesn't really do much. But yeah, I mean, this and this are really good fallbacks, so it's okay. Call one of your agents. Okay. Smuggling. She finally gets there. Unfortunately, well, it doesn't matter. Everyone else has their swordmaster. So Yuna definitely doesn't have it. Beast probably doesn't have it. Is there an action that we could take that would get us there? I don't think so. I don't think there's any action we can take that like don't cost us persuasion. No, there's not. We kind of have to reveal early here. I mean, we could not reveal early and get Reverend Mama, but there's no guarantee she'll be available. She's probably a high priority target here. I hate not playing my diplomacy, but this is one of those times where it's worth it. But here's the funny thing. Beast is straight up not in the combat. Does he have his Legion in hand? No, he doesn't. So, like, this combat is just available. And if we played Gene Manipulation to, like, Carthag, we'd probably get the combat. We'd also probably get Reverend Mother. And we'd get 2 Spice. And we'd trash a card. I hate to do it, but I think that's the play, honestly. Probably better to go to Siege Tabor, that way we can research station next round. But, like, yeah, why not? I mean, this is just a stronger play. And it gives us enough spice to go to Selective Breeding again next round, hypothetically. I know it's crazy to pass up on a Kwisatz, but Reverend Mother is going to be really good with this deck. And 2 spice and a card trash, and probably also a point is insane. And then we still have 2 troops in garrison that we can use with Negotiate Withdraw plus a city next round. But it looks like Yuna has 2 cards in hand, or 2 daggers in hand. She has 1 maybe. Hard to say. But like Beast is going to be crushing all these combats. If there's a combat we can beat Beast in, we should. Oh, Memnon, where are his daggers at? 1 in discard, so he doesn't have 2. He might have picked 1 up, though. Now, there is a chance that we lose Reverend Mama to Beast here. He has a convincing in discard. This is such a beautiful turn. Truesayer, Signet Ring, G Manipulation. Both daggers are gone. Only 4. We're solid. Unless he's got a Charisma, but I don't think he would Charisma that. The trash also helps us get our BG combo together more frequently. That is a pretty scary artillery, though. He picked up how many legions? Spice Hunter and 2 Sadakar infantry. So he's definitely going for combats. Although his access is going to really suck. Only 1 dagger from Memnon. This is kind of the perfect scenario here. We do run the risk of losing the combat to an intrigue from Yuna, but she didn't pick 1 up this round, so it doesn't seem likely. We have G Manipulation, Reverend Mother, and a Truesayer. And our next hand has at least 4 Persuasion in it. Cool. And then winning the siege means we're going to get more Solari for our Chom shares. Reverend Mother, but no BG cards, but we have 9 persuasion, so it kind of doesn't matter. Priority Research Station, as well as Interstellar. We could go Interstellar, but we don't want to because of withdraw. Did not see that one coming. Wow, really? That over Interstellar? Okay. Well, that makes our situation more difficult. We really want to Interstellar, but then we don't have Negotiate Withdraw. I think we just deal with it. But that puts us out of Kwisatz range. It's Arakeen and 3 troops. That way we can withdraw. It's crazy kind of not to go for Interstellar when it's given to you, but that's the situation that we're in. We can still play the Diplomacy and get away with it. It is a question of how early Memnon might reveal. He's got Liaison, Smugglers, Administrator. That's 2-1-1. 0-1. His 0. So his deck's not very high persuasion. If he wants to reveal 2 agents early at 2 points for that, I think we say let him. Flagship for unit's pretty cool. That's a really good unit technology. Revealing Reverend Mama also gives me 2 spice, which is extremely good. Shuttle Fleet, probably not so good, but it could end up being points. The other texts seem more relevant here. We get 2 of our BG cards in our next hand, not the one that has the highest payoff, but still pretty good. Let's see what Memnon does here. If he goes to like Tech Negotiation, we reveal. If he does something that's spending Persuasion in some way, then we do not. We play our Diplomacy in that instance. So he plays Default Space, so that's spending Persuasion. Yeah. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Wealth. I guess we could go to Selective Breeding, but no, Wealth is the play, for sure. Did he trash that from hand? I think he did. You know, with a semi-late Swordmaster. Not too late. So I think we just reveal here. I don't think we need the third action. Negotiate, withdraw, 2 spice, Kwisatz. Like, That is enough for me. I don't need too much more than that. Suppose I could negotiate a withdraw to High Council, lose the retreat value, but get the High Council online for dispensation. I don't really want to do that. Especially if it risks losing the Kwisatz. He's got 5 cards in hand, but his deck is a lot lower persuasion than mine is. Okay, I don't know why he's doing that. I mean, I know that one of the players has a guild ambassador, but you have way more Solari than you need, and yeah, you make Solari off your ring, but it's just not worth it. Bit of a weird play. The fact that I was able to get such a coup with that last combat probably will help me win this game. So buy the Kwisatz. Go up with... It might be nice just to take that from an alliance, right? We'll have plenty of time to visit BG later. Argument could be made for going up guild for the Solari, but I think that it's not a good argument. Why did we get Solari there? What happened? I'm confused. I think I didn't have the Chom shares. When did I gain Solari? And what happened? This didn't give me Solari. It wasn't wealth, was it? I thought maybe somebody smuggled down. I think Memnon smuggled down. Something like that. We just play it slow and we win by value. We don't have to rush anything. And look at our resources. We have a point of Solari. We have 3 water. We have 5 spice. Hello, kinds. You're not super relevant at this point, and yeah, Memnon only has 2 persuasion. It's a lot of troops for Beast, but honestly, he still has 5 in his garrison, so it's not really that expensive for him. And he has his Legion in his deck still. I won't say next round, he's got 11 cards in there, but yeah. We probably want to pivot to Spicemas Flows now. We only need to get 4 more points, so let's go ahead and get them. Yeah, this is one of them, but we still need a few more. Although we have 1 right here, so yeah, this game should be pretty easy. Okay, that's a little bit weird because it doesn't actually put you ahead. All it does is it allows Beast to have his Dreadnought next round. So I hope you have a second card because this is looking really dumb right now. Cool. Well, I definitely support Beast not winning every single combat, but I think he's going to have a combat card. No, he doesn't. It'd be nice if there was like a plans within plans, but for combats, you know, like you got 3 combat points or something over the course of the game. Hard to track, not in digital, but in paper it would be. So a non-point combat, which is what I like to see, because like I said, we're just going to slow roll it, right? We've got a gene manipulation. That's 2 more spice and a trash. Like, why rush? Why rush? And we're going to have a highliner next round. most likely. I mean, we're going first. We should have it. Unless we, like, awkwardly draw Diplomacy. But we have to basically not draw either Kwisatz or Diplomacy. And we're trashing a card here, so we should be good. It's a lot of Solari. I don't know what his plan is for all that. Should we go ahead and High Council? I almost don't want to use my ring because of the jump shares. Maybe it's not worth it to High Council. Let's Selective Breeding. It's super ultra good here. So we trash the worst card from discard, which is Reconnaissance. We didn't really draw what we wanted. We drop a Dune. We draw into Kwisatz. We get a point. Una currently doesn't have her flagship online, but we do need to be wary of that going forward. The thing is, I think we're at the point where we can win without ever winning another combat. If we Kwisatz to Research Station or Demon to Research Station, we guaranteed get Reverend Mama off, which is a crazy thing to think about. G-Manip it better because it gives us spice and a trash. We can trash the Dune out of the discard pile. Although at that point we're almost running low on cards. You might as well mint that, right, Memnon? I mean, it's pretty much free for you at this point. We've officially drawn our entire deck. So the Kwisatz actually... There's actually bad to trash there, because the Kwisatz now doesn't have a card to draw. We can Reverend Mama drop the hammer next action. Ideally to secrets. That pushes us towards the BG Alliance, which we can take with Kwisatz. We still get a Spice Must Flow point. Spice Must Flow, BG Alliance, show them shares, that's 10 points. The only way they can stop me... I don't think they can. Because I could just go to Selective Breeding. Well, no, they can because they can stop me from playing Reverend Mama. So basically, Memnon has to go to Secrets specifically, but I don't think he's going to do that. Well, I apologize if you wanted a Spice Must Flow this round, Memnon. It's going to be very unfortunate for you. Well, we did end up having Uniplay, which is nice. Drop to 9. Kwisatz doesn't have any persuasion on it, so we don't actually lose any persuasion from that. Okay, here comes the hammer, dude. Look at this. Truesayer, Gene Manipulation, Reverend Mother, Kwisatz. What a round. Hell, we could even Kwisatz to, like, a city space and put a third troop in, draw it out, take BG Alliance that way. Same result. Double convincings from Beast is so painful for him, I think. I mean, if he's doing that, that means he's giving up on Spice Must Flow. Or, like, Full Scale, which would work well with what he's trying to do. What did Una drop? Convincing Dune. Convincing Dune. It's a lot of persuasion down the drain. Poison Snooper doesn't do anything because we don't have a deck. We trashed too much. In the interest of getting our combo. Ain't nobody ending the game early with Spice Must Flows. Una buys a Shuttle Fleet. It's good Una tech for sure. Shuttle Fleet flagship, if the game goes long enough, it's very strong. But I don't think she can steal from an alliance from me. It's hypothetically possible if she has no other ways and also bribery, but that would be pretty unlikely, I think. Five daggers, so he's winning the combat. Early reveal, too. That's the awkward thing about those infantries. Much persuasion? Just 2, right? So we cut him 4 persuasion, so he wasn't able to buy like a second legion. At this point, it won't matter. It's just for show. Is he gonna take Solari again? I was gonna say, this guy freaking loves Solari, dude. Show him shares. Doesn't matter where the agent comes from. Two more intrigues. If the game does go another round, we go first next round and can play these intrigue cards. It's going to be a short one. Arm. Wow, what a game. We didn't even use 4 of these intrigues. I said we would get to use this dispensation, and we did not. We can play Allied Armada. Does it do anything? Not really. We get an intrigue card either way, so it doesn't give us anything useful. Hurts us on Spice Tiebreaker. This game wasn't even close. Dude, Baron is ridiculous. I almost am sad it ended so early because I could absolutely stomp with these BG cards. But yeah, there you go, round 6 victory. Turns out you don't need the game to go long for Kwisatz to be good. It can give you a game in one action. Although to be fair, I think we would have gotten the game anyway using the negotiate withdraw, but in order to do that, we had to have 3 troops in the combat, which would have required another action, so it kind of comes back to Kwisatz either way. So, yeah, oh my god, dude. So MVP card of the game, I mean, it's easy to say Kwisatz, it's easy to say Reverend Mama, but we didn't use the spice, right? Like, I you know, how many times did we withdraw? I think we withdrew only once. So I'm going to say it was Gene Manipulation. I know that sounds crazy, but Gene Manipulation was a 2 persuasion card that gave us 4 spice and trashed 2 cards. And it turned on the BG combo for Reverend Mother as well. So pretty good. You could also say Truthsayer. Truthsayer, I wouldn't disagree with you, especially because it goes to BG itself. These two both. I mean, these were the core of the deck. But I mean, really, the real MVP is the existence of Baron. Like the fact that we were able to pay a Solari to draw Chome shares, right? The fact that we were given 2 faction bumps for basically nothing, right? Yeah, the leader is overpowered. Very fun game though. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.